Hi, my name is John Earshan, and I'm the program coordinator for the Industrial Technology program at the undergraduate and graduate levels here at Buffalo State. One of the most important things about considering graduate school is having a pretty clear idea of what it is you want to do. So for example, in our program in Industrial Technology, which is 10 courses, 30 hours, you are doing a certain amount of required coursework, but those are only 4 courses. That leaves you 5 more courses to specialize in an area of interest to you, as well as 1 course to then culminate with a project or a thesis. One of the secret weapons that we have here at Buffalo State is a small class size. Most of our classes are 20 students or less. That really is an amazing opportunity then to have direct access to people who are interested in you and can take the time to spend with you one-on-one when necessary to help guide you through your graduate experience. Well, there's no question that teaching graduate students is an entirely different affair from teaching undergrads. Now, the line is blurring a little bit because we have a lot of adult learners in undergraduate education. But almost invariably, by the time graduate school comes around, the people who are there are focused. They're investing time and treasure in order to get a return on some investment. And a lot of it is really up to the graduate student to make their intellectual investment of time so that ultimately they get the maximum out of the experience. The interaction between faculty and graduate student is kind of a unique animal, and it frankly is a real privilege for me, and I think for most of my graduate school faculty colleagues, to have the opportunity to sit down with someone who's really got it together and may not have all the answers. I'm not sure I know what I'm going to do when I grow up either, but I do think by that stage we're having almost a colleagueship type discussion. So I think of it less as instructor-student and more as peer-to-peer. And as those students move along in their study, that becomes even more evident. Today's graduate student is a busy person. I myself, when I did my master's and PhD work, spent a considerable amount of time in the library and in classes, actual physical classes, and it was very time-consuming. I know that students today often have the responsibility of family and putting hay in the barn, so to speak, and that precludes them being full-time students. Well, that's exactly the kind of person we're looking for. We want people who are work-oriented, and if that work involves things other than graduate school, that's fine. We're just trying to achieve the optimal blend. So actually, our program in Industrial Technology is designed as a part-time evening program / online program. We are not 100% online. There are some things that really are best done face-to-face. But you could easily take half of your graduate credit hours in an online circumstance if that was your preference. There's a big question today about the cost of education. And you have to think of this as an investment that has a return. Graduate education is still a relatively rare thing in the marketplace. So as you begin to distinguish yourself with more letters after your name, you become more competitive in that marketplace. Now that's kind of a crass way of looking at it because we're just talking about degree names. But underlying all of that, of course, is the expectation that you've developed a further level of refinement and a degree of sophistication in your area of specialization. And when it comes to technology management, people come from many different fields, as I mentioned, things like computer information systems, engineering economics, business administration. But by rounding out that undergraduate experience with some more specific technology management-oriented graduate coursework, you're simply the best person at your level when you graduate to go out into the world of work and take leadership roles that are very much in demand by contemporary employers. Hope to see you as a graduate student at Buffalo State College.